Hi everyone, it's Tiffany. Today we'll go over the meaning behind Shakespeare Sonnet 1. I believe overall the poem is about beauty and providing a legacy. The sonnet is, from fairest creatures we desire increase, that thereby beauty's rose might never die, as the riper should by time decease, his tender air might bear his memory. But thou, contracted to thine own bright eyes, feedst thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel. Thou that art now the world's fresh ornament, and only herald to the gaudy spring, within thine own bud bearest there thy content, and tender trail makes waste in niggarding. Pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's due by the grave and thee. I'm going to be going over it 2 lines at a time. If you look at the first line, according to Helen Vendler's In the Art of Shakespeare Sonnet, the words, fairest creatures we desire increase, allude to the words in Genesis that God told Adam and Eve's children to multiply. This implies that time was static, and by going into the second line, that thereby beauty's rose might never die, means that because time was static in Eden, there was no reason to multiply. This implies the sense of no need to fear loss of beauty was common in Eden, that the sense of pride in one's looks could have started there as well. The third and fourth lines, but as the riper should by time decease, his tender air might bear his memory, means that because beauty and time decrease and die by having children, his beauty could be shown again. Showing beauty through your children leads to legacy because they will have your beauty inside and out and will be able to let others see and learn that too. Going into the 5th and 6th lines, but thou contracted to thine own bright eyes, feedst thy light's flame with self-substantial fuel, mean that the addressee sees beautiful eyes, which strengthens his sense of life, which makes the addressee believe that he has no need of an heir, believing his beauty will last forever. This implies that the addressee is arrogant and unable to see that time will always pass. But Shakespeare's 7th and 8th lines, making a famine where abundance lies, thyself thy foe, to thy sweet self too cruel, means you're destroying your lineage and destroying your future beauty to survive makes you your own enemy to time. This implies that beauty won't survive if there aren't anyone to see your beauty in the future. In the 9th and 10th lines, thou that art now the world's fresh ornament and only herald to the gaudy spring, means that the addressee is a beautiful emblem that shows itself in the brightest months. This implies that beauty is seen most and valued most when it's brighter and more likely to be needed after a hard time. But the 11th and 12th lines, within thine own bud bearest thy content, and tender churl makes waste in niggarding, means that by keeping oneself alone and denying the needs of others, you are being cruel to them, miserly and ungenerous in expressing your beauty to many generations. The 13th and 14th lines, pity the world, or else this glutton be, to eat the world's due by the grave and thee, means that if you want the world to be able to remember you, you should consider sharing your beauty and influence rather than let the grave take their memories of you. People can remember you and what you did over your lifetime. Then you won't be forgotten easily and your life will be easier to view as favorable. Overall, Shakespeare is saying that time destroys beauty and that it needs to be acknowledged and spread through having children in order for a legacy to be developed over generations. When someone does leave a legacy, they are protecting their sense of self and their memories from being forgotten. What do you think the meaning of Shakespeare's Sonnet 1 was? Tell me what you think in the comments. If you want to read more analysis from Helen Vendler, I've linked the book in the description. If you like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next week.